What is up, guys? Vesper here. Today I'm going to be bringing you the story about the time that I almost got caught by a police officer with 4 grams of weed while I was stoned as heck. So there's this girl that I used to smoke with. However, we couldn't smoke at her house or at my house. So we decided to meet up at this park. This park had a forest really close to it. So we decided that we'd go smoke over there. So to get to the forest from the park, we had to jump over this little wooden fence, which really wasn't much of a deal. So we jump over the fence, head into the forest, pull out my bubbler, we start smoking, we get really high. Then we go back to the park. We get there, we sit on one of the benches, and we just start looking at the kids playing in the park, enjoying ourselves, talking to each other. And after a while, we look to our left and we see 2 police officers. They rolled up in their patrol car and they start walking towards us. So we get up, act like nothing's happening. The police officers come over to me and they're like, "Excuse me, we've got a report about 2 teenagers jumping over a fence. Could that be you?" And I'm like, right away in my head, I'm like, holy crap, I have 4 grams of weed in my pocket. What am I gonna do? At this point, I'm like, I'm caught. My dad's gonna find out. My mom's gonna find out. Everybody's gonna know. I'm gonna have a criminal record on me. I'm gonna have to go to court. What is happening? I am dead. So in my messed up mind, I try to think of a lie. Usually I'm a really good liar, but I was really high at the time. So I say, "No, officer, that's not me." However, I saw them go there and they're still there. They say, "Okay." They start walking towards the fence. Me and my ex, we slowly walk to the street, and once we're out of their view, we just start running and running for another park where we could hide. At this point, the only thing running through my head is I have to get rid of this weed. I cannot get caught with this weed. So we end up getting to this path where it's kind of cut off from view, and if you're on the road, you won't really be able to see it. We're peeking out at the road once in a while, and we see the police officers going around in circles like if they're trying to find us. So we're trying to get to her house, doing whatever we can. We finally get close, and then I turn around and I see them. They haven't seen us, but they're turning towards us. We just book it. We end up going behind this kindergarten. The only thing going through my mind is get rid of this weed, dude. Without thinking, I throw it over a gate, which turned out to be the backyard of the kindergarten where the kids play. At this point, the police officers passed us. We start running to her house. We end up getting close to her house, and she's like, "My mom knows that you smoke." And I'm like, "What? You're my ride?" She's like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My mom's gonna give you a ride. Everything's gonna be chill." In my head, I'm high. I'm like, "Well, she's gonna tell my dad." Of course she's gonna tell my dad. Who would want their daughter to hang out with a freaking stoner? So we ended up getting to her house. I walk in. It's the first time I meet the mother, and she just looks at me with this freaking horrible face, like if I'm a terrible person. She's like, "Okay, hi." So then she ends up giving me a ride, bringing me to my house. Problem is, that 4 grams of weed was in a kindergarten. So the next day, I ended up walking from my school to the kindergarten with the girl and another girl. And the smaller girl, the one that I was smoking with, she jumps over the fence, goes and grabs it, runs back, jumps over the fence, and then we book it to get out of there. I end up keeping 4 grams of weed to myself. It was OG cash, so it was worth a lot of money too. Anyways, that's the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed my second commentary ever. If you did enjoy, drop a like for me. It really supports me. Subscribe for future stories. Peace.